welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
Mike Tirico, Greg Olson ready to get this one going. Jake Bates set to get it started. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. And he's stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. So here come the Chiefs, and that means the three-time Super Bowl MVP, twice the league MVP. Almost hard to believe, Greg, it's season 9 for Patrick Mahomes. They'll run with the former 7th-round draft pick, Isaiah Pacheco. And he's going to be hit and dropped behind the line. Great push upfield defensively. What a way to start this one.
You spend all week on your opening script. What are the plays that allow you to find a rhythm and have some early success offensively? Well, in this case, that first play you drawn up sent you going back the wrong direction. How does that change this play caller's approach to the ground game going forward?
They'll stay on the ground and stay with Pacheco. And he's got it to the 35-yard line. A gain there of 15. And the Chiefs have a first down.
Nice job by them getting the back to the perimeter. Then he's able to get outside, stick his foot in the ground, and then get vertical. Right down the numbers. Those are the type of runs this offense wants to see more of going forward.
He'll get this complete to Worthy. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Mahomes now on 2nd down. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
There was no hesitation from the quarterback. From the jump, he knew where he wanted to go with that ball, but still leads to an incompletion. They're just still not quite on the same page.
Mahomes going to throw here on 3rd down. Working the right side, taken in by Rice. On 4th down, the Chiefs send out Matt Ariza to punt. Deep for the Lions, Holly Freeman. Didn't get the hop he was hoping for. It bounds into the end zone, and it's a touchback. So the Lions come out, and they are led again by Jared Goff. Already year 10 in the league, and half of those 10 with the Lions. Remember, took the Rams to a Super Bowl as well. What a year last year, Greg. 2nd in passing yards in the NFL.
Yeah, and all Jared Goff does every year, Mike, is lead one of the most prolific offenses in the NFL. But I'm not sure he gets the credit he deserves. I think so many people wanted to give credit to Ben Johnson and Dan Campbell, and rightfully so, as he makes this transition to kind of the next era of Lions football without Ben Johnson. I think people are going to see just how big of an impact Jared Goff had, not only in the 15 games they won last year, but they believe they have a Super Bowl contending team in Detroit.
And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line. It's a gain of 12 there. First down, Detroit.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. First carry for David Montgomery. And he'll be stopped at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. A 2nd down throw for Goff. Open man, it's Jameson Williams. And they'll at least get that penalty yardage back to the original line of scrimmage. It'll set up a 3rd and 10.
And that's a nice grab for his first catch of the game, Mike. And he's someone that the play caller has told us he wants to get him early touches, get him a feel for the game. Nice job there making that happen.
From the gun, on 3rd down, it's gone. And that's going to be incomplete. But now a marker comes flying in late behind the line of scrimmage. Might we get a roughing the passer call here? They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Goff gives it to Gibbs. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
There's very few defenses in today's NFL, Mike, that you can play the cornerback position and be unwilling to tackle. Those days are kind of over, so give credit to this guy. I mean, he identified run, he understood his leverage and gap fit, and he's able to bring him down for no gain.
Throwing on 2nd down. Goff. Here's a screen set up for Gibbs. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
They'll empty out the backfield, line up for 3rd and 3. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
Well, here we find the best laid plans sometimes do go astray. Every offense, Mike, what do they tell us? We want to stay ahead of the chains. We want to stay on schedule. This was a 3rd and very reasonable. Incomplete on that 3rd down try. Now brings up 4th and short.
Laporta in motion. On 4th down, Goff. That one on target to Williams. He's got it. Now a stoppage. We have an injured Lion. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. Laporta in motion. They'll go play action with Goff. Throw here down the field. Will fall. Incomplete. The tight end, Sam Laporta, the intended receiver. It's 2nd down.
Just a little bit too much juice on that one, and you just can't throw the ball out of bounds. Give your receiver a chance to go up and compete for the ball, but when you miss that far wide, he's got no shot.
That's quickly out to Williams. We'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
From the gun, it's Goff. In the middle, and he's got his man complete. How about 4 catches on this drive alone? Time to change the defense. This one gets him another first down.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They clearly have a mismatch in their favor, and every time they've looked his way, he's continued to make big plays. If I'm this coordinator, I think I'm giving him one more shot and see if he can push this thing over the goal line and come away with 6.
The RPO, that one is complete. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9. Now a stoppage, we have an injured Lion. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. Now it's 2nd and 1. Here's the first carry for the Iowa State Cyclone, David Montgomery. And he'll be taken down, but we have a chance for the first points of this game as they've set up 1st and goal.
And with that run, it puts them on the doorstep of the end zone. This has been a really impressive series up until this point, Mike. I mean, so much that anything less than a touchdown kind of feels like a letdown.
And that big offensive line, clearing space. He's in. Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Lions. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score. And, Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
Now Jake Bates on for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Lions will take a 7-0 lead. Now a stoppage, we have an injured Lion. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. Seven 0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Nico Remigio to bring it back. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Chiefs offense ready now for their second drive. They were forced to punt the first time through. It led to a touchdown, so down 7-0 as they get the ball back for 1st and 10. And in motion is Brown. A first down throw for Mahomes. He'll step up and run this. Give him 11 on the scramble and give them a new set of downs.
And on Kansas City Chiefs, first down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the first down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
To the outside, catch made by Brown. And he's out of bounds on the pass play, but that's good for 8 yards.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
From the 46. Here's 2nd down and a yard. A quick throw on the RPO is complete. And they'll pick up the first down, a gain of about 4.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on them quickly, and There was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
Mahomes on first down. That one too far out in front to be brought in, and it's incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
To the air once more, it's Mahomes. He's got his man, he finds Worthy. It's been a busy first quarter for him so far. His 3rd catch goes for a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
And this is where the speed of your inside receivers are so critical. He lines up in the right slot. But, Mike, look how far he covers to where he ended up receiving that ball. You can't have all day. Those defensive linemen, they are coming after your quarterback. So the speed in the slot is critical. That's a great example why.
Throwing again, it's Mahomes. He's got his tight end. That's Travis Kelce.
So anytime you decide to blitz, the hope is that the secondary can hold up long enough to allow the extra pressure guys to get to the quarterback. But when you don't get to the quarterback and he's able to get the ball on time and in rhythm, there are holes in the back end, and they're able to pick up the first down.
Right back to the air for Mahomes. Got a man over the middle, it's Worthy. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
There's this misconception out there, Mike, that in the NFL, you have to run the same amount of run plays as you do pass plays. And as you're seeing in this drive, you can fall on one side of that coin a little bit more as long as you're able to remain effective and efficient. So far, their passing game has dominated here early, and that last pickup leads to a first down.
And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
Here's a 2nd and 6. They put Kelce in motion. Play clock down to 0. That's going to be a delay. Going to keep it himself.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You could see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
Trying to keep a drive alive. Going to have to convert on 3rd and 9. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. That is hauled in at the 5. And he will easily pick up the first down. They've got 1st and goal coming up.
Another Kansas City Chiefs.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
So a big 3rd down hookup takes us to the break. 7-0 is our score. We'll be back in Kansas City after this. The Chiefs have it here to start quarter number 2 as they go to work on 1st and goal. Here's Pacheco trying to create some space but will not find much. He'll get a yard. They'll mark it at the 3.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
Pacheco. And that play took a little long to develop. They stop him for no gain at the 4.
Give credit to this defense, Mike. Their back's against the wall, and they're standing tall so far. Nothing on those first 2 runs. We'll see what the offense has in store now as they bring up 3rd down.
They go 5 receivers for 3rd down and 4. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. And he's in. Travis Kelce. Touchdown, Chiefs.
When you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their 2nd possession.
Harrison Butker now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Chiefs will level things out at 7 apiece. So back to level after the touchdown. In time for the kickoff. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. A good return as he takes it across the 30. The Lions offense about ready to get going on their 2nd possession. They'll work in a tie game here in the 2nd quarter and get started with 1st and 10. Throwing here is Goff. That one out wide to Gibbs. And he'll be out of bounds. A pickup, though, of 6.
Great example of 1st down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
So, from the 37, here's 2nd and 4. Now Gibbs. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
A corner who is not only a good tackler, Mike, but a willing tackler can be a huge asset to any defense. So often they get a bad rap. They're considered just pass defenders. They want to run around. But for a guy to be able to come up and force the run and keep this to no gain, man, that makes a big difference on any defense.
He'll look underneath and finds Gibbs. He's going to have the 1st down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
Lions, 1st down. A gain of 9 yards. And the Lions, 1st down.
The best quarterbacks, Mike, they don't necessarily even have to see the running back in the check down. They can just feel him. It allows them to keep their eyes downfield, allow their tight ends and wide receivers to continue to work open. In this case, nice job by the quarterback getting that ball in his hands and letting him do the rest after the catch.
Catch is made by Wright. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
So, Mike, there's this idea that every time a defense blitzes, it has to result in a sack. But there's a lot of other ways that you can impact the play, and we see it here. Get the ball out of the quarterback's hand, get it to the check down, and now you just need to rally tackle and bring him down for a loss.
And they're going to work this down inside the 45. First time they've looked his way tonight. Good time to do it. It's a 1st down.
And it's a big play there for his first catch of the game. And not only does he get a nice chunk of yards, but now he puts his offense in plus territory as they try to see if they can end this drive with some points.
Straight ahead with Gibbs. Down try to get back to the line, but he's not happy. Gonna lose a yard.
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
On second down, Goff. Get this complete. It's Williams over the middle. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. A gain there of 20. Good for a Lions first down.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage. And it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and they're able to convert.
On 1st and 10, here's Goff. Rush comes, they're setting up the screen. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
You see so many teams wait till 3rd down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on 1st down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screenplay still in the back of their head.
A second down throw for Goff. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And he's going to be marked out of bounds down at the 3. A gain of 11, and it's 1st and goal.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. That's caught by Gibbs. And he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times. And then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one more yard? Now, for him individually, not ideal, but right now they're on the doorstep of the end zone.
And he will take this one across into the end zone. David Montgomery. Touchdown, Detroit.
Touchdown, Lions.
A lot of big bodies down there, but at the end of the day, the one that mattered, the one with the ball, finds the end zone for the touchdown.
Yeah, once that back gets the ball, Mike, he's just looking for a little crack of daylight, and he's thinking, I'm going to run into it and just hope I come out the other side. And in this case, the other side's the end zone, and they get 6.
Bates now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Lions will move out to a 14-7 lead. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. Remigio now on the return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. So here comes the KC offense set to take over once more. They trail now 14-7 as they'll come up for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. A short one caught by Kelsey. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
Now Mahomes gives it to Pacheco. And that should be enough. He works his way forward to pick up a first down.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
They go play action with Mahomes. right side, taken in by Rice.
If you're going to give him this much time to scan the field, he's inevitably going to find an open man downfield like he does here. That's a great job remaining patient and letting that play develop.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Mahomes quickly out to Rice. And he'll be brought down after a short pickup, but that is enough for a first down.
So as the saying in the NFL, Mike, short throw, long catch, and that's exactly what they wanted to go with here. Operate in the quick game, don't stress the protection, and while he didn't get necessarily the big play, he does get enough to move the chains.
They put Kelsey in motion. Now whistles. Play clock at 0, and that'll cost them 5. Throwing is Mahomes. Oh, a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass you say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up 2nd down.
And it was really the pressure that threw that play off, Mike. I mean, he tries to counter the blitz by going to the quick game, which is fine, but it just seemed like they weren't necessarily on the same page and results in a drop.
And this is going to be caught, but they say out of bounds. So, incomplete pass.
Well, it's going to go down as an incompletion, but it wasn't from a lack of effort. I mean, he did everything in his power to try to get both feet in bounds. The pass just took him a little bit too close to the sideline, and he just wasn't able to save the play.
3rd and long for Mahomes. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. It's Aiden Hutchinson, former #2 overall pick, in there to bring him down.
When you can win so fast as an edge rusher, you put so much pressure on the quarterback to speed everything up. He can sense that pressure coming either from his front or back side. It either speeds up and leads to an errant throw, or in this case, it leads to a sack.
Here's Matt Ariza now. He'll punt for the 2nd time after hitting a beauty in his first effort. And he couldn't get that one to check up. It'll keep bouncing into the end zone. It's a touchback. Here's the Detroit offense now, headed back onto the field. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Laporta in motion. On the ground to start, they give it to Gibbs. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. From the gun, it's gone. The pressure, too much, and he goes down. That's the All-Pro 3 years running. Chris Jones gets him for a loss of 4. And that'll set up 3rd down.
Well, as they face this possible 3 and out following that 2nd down sack, now if you're the quarterback, you've got to be thinking, get the ball out of my hand, find a matchup I like downfield, and try to push this ball past the sticks and keep this drive alive.
2 minutes to go here till halftime. We'll return to Arrowhead after this. So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. To Slav, a man in motion. From the gun, on 3rd down, it's gone. And they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a sack. Now the Chiefs can call the first of their timeouts as they'll discuss what's to come This fourth down is looming. Here's the Lions punt team now. Deep to return, it's Nico Remigio. And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. The Chiefs offense ready for this next possession. They'll begin just shy of midfield with a 1st and 10. Throwing that, Mahomes. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down.
And they got the look they were hoping for, one-on-one on the outside. He's just unable to hold on to it through contact, and I think that was a big opportunity missed.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Now, Mahomes. A deep ball looking for Brown. To the goal line and in. Hollywood Brown. Touchdown, Kansas City. And Butker on for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Chiefs will tie things up. We are all even at 14. So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. This is going to be taken in at the 3. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. Jahmyr Gibbs and the Detroit offense set to take over again. And he's been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers here in the first half. This defense is going to need to find a way to key in on him because he's eating them up right now. And that is incomplete. But there is a flag down into the play, backed by the quarterback. Let's see. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Laporta in motion. Goff to throw on 1st down. He'll get this out to his running back.
I think the days where cornerbacks are either unwilling or unable to be involved in the run game, I think those days are over, Mike. I think when you look around the landscape of today's NFL, yes, you have to cover, but you also have to be able to come up and tackle.
Here's 2nd and 6. Now, Goff. He'll let this one go long for Williams. That is caught. That long one's going to bring them 1st and goal. He is brought down at the 5-yard line.
And the Lions 1st down. 1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
Now, whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders got a head start.
Defense.
So now, from half the distance closer, here's 1st and goal. Here's Goff. And that's going to be over everyone. Incomplete. Nothing ever really developed there, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Smart decision there on 1st and goal. If it's not there early, don't get baited into a bad decision. Just throw it away and live for another down. Really nice decision making here. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Gibbs. And he won't quite get in. Down to the 1, setting up 3rd and goal. The Lions call their first timeout. They get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to play in this first half. Looking for that final yard. It's 3rd and goal. Now a handoff, the tight end in the running game. And he will not get in. The defense stands their ground, pushes him back, and they force 4th down. They'll go for it. Here's Goff. That is incomplete. The defense coming up big in the red zone. It's a turnover on down. The Chiefs offense can see what they can do in the final minute of this first half. They are backed up about as far as you can be, operating from their own 2-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Pacheco. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on 1st down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
2nd down, they need 3. Mahomes back. They'll set up the screen to Pacheco. And he's going to be out of bounds. Triple zeros up there on the clock. We have reached the end of the first half.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Scott Hansen back with you in the studios in Orlando. We've got a close one, as we expected. No quarter given on either side. We are all tied up at the break. This one could go either way, so let's find out as they're ready for the 3rd quarter kickoff. Send it back out to the stadium and our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
All right, Scott, thank you. 2nd half drawing near. So good to have you back with us here on EA Sports. Both teams look good on the offensive side of the first half. Will it carry over? We're about to find out. 2nd half is underway. From the 6, here comes the return. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Lions offense looking to get back to work as we begin this 3rd quarter. This one, everything we could have hoped for to this point. All even at 14. We'll start this drive with 1st down. On play action. Goff. Look wide. Get this one complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but up past the 35. They get 11 and quickly pick up a 1st down.
This is quarterback play at its finest, is understanding and identifying the blitz before the ball is snapped. That's what allows him to get the ball out of his hand so quickly, throws it to his hot receiver in the flat, and he does the rest.
They'll run the draw with Gibbs. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
Well, on the back of the previous play, Mike, we saw him have some success through the air. They try to change it up with a draw, but the defense wasn't having any of it. Didn't sell out for the pass. They're able to stop that one for a loss.
Here's a 2nd and 12. Laporta in motion. Throwing on 2nd down. Goff. That one out wide to Gibbs. And this yields nothing. He's out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage.
He steps out of bounds.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. He'll get this one complete to St. Brown. That's his second catch on the drive. This one is good for 20 yards.
First down. First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
It just seems like whenever they need a big play on third down, you can almost guarantee that he's someone they're going to try to get the ball to, and certainly easy to see why. Clutch play by everyone involved and keeps the offense on the field.
The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. Now, after the play, it looks like we have an injury for one of the Chiefs. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. From the 43, here's 2nd and 7. Once again, it's Gibbs. And he's going to be close to the first down. Just a yard short of the line to gain, so that'll bring up 3rd and short yardage. They'll try to sneak it here. Trying to find any seat he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's 4th down. Now Goff. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And he's going to have the Lions first down. They wind up with a gain of 11 on 4th down.
It's like a textbook, methodical, efficient NFL drive. 4 for 4 throwing the ball, mixing in some run. You're just marching the ball downfield at your will, and they get a fresh set of downs now to see if they can convert this nice drive into some points.
That is brought in at the 10. And he'll be out of bounds down around the 40.
14 more yards.
How about 4 catches on this drive alone? Time to change the defense. This one gets him another first down.
Once he saw the defense, he knew that outbreaking route was going to be there. All he had to do was wait for his guy to get to the spot and drop the ball right in the bucket near the sideline.
Here's Gibbs. Nothing there. He is fortunate just to get back to the line. Now it's 2nd and goal.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Off the play fake, here's Goff. The 2nd down throw is incomplete.
They couldn't quite connect there on that short pass, Mike, and I just think it's worth reminding everyone how different the concepts are down here in the red zone than what the rest of the game plan calls for in the normal part of the field.
3rd and goal. Laporta in motion. Throwing here on 3rd and goal. And he's in for the touchdown. But hold everything, there is a marker down. These points may come off the board. So holding is the call. And take that touchdown off the board. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. To the end zone, it's intercepted. Picked off by
especially in the second half, Mike, these are the big moments that somebody needs to step up and make a play, and that's exactly what he's able to do here. Great read, great reaction, steps in front of that ball and ends up going the other way.
The Chiefs offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
To Rashid Rice. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 27-yard line.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll run it straight ahead with Pacheco. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
3rd and short. Here's Patrick. He'll try to run for it. A great job of knowing when to go. He gets 17 yards on that run and a 1st down.
17 yards. That's good for a Kansas City Chiefs.
The defensive line has to do a better job of contain rushing, especially on 3rd down, Mike. You can't rush one-on-one. You have to rush as a unit. Keep the quarterback in the pocket, and when you let him get loose, this is what's going to happen.
On 1st down, it's Mahomes. He'll swing one out wide to Pacheco. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at their 49-yard line.
Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down. Travis Kelce, the intended target. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And he will go all the way. Rashid Rice. Touchdown, KC. Now Butker to add the extra point. His kick is good. And the Chiefs have broken the deadlock as they move out to a 21-14 lead. So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. This will be returned from the 6. That'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Lions offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They're searching here for the tying score. Down 21-14. They'll begin 1st and 10. And he'll get about 3 as he's forced out of bounds.
Not the big play they were hoping for, but 1st down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 6. Here's a handoff to Gibbs. And they finally get him down. Good gain on the ground, but hold everything. Maybe a reason he got so free. Taylor Decker, the former Buckeye, guilty on that one. On second down, Goff. That is intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Watson.
So this is where an offensive play caller needs to come to the rescue of his quarterback. Because this defense, they're onto you. They've got 2 picks. They're starting to pick up on your tendencies. They're shifting guys over to counter them. Now you've got to add some wrinkles. Now you've got to throw them a curveball and try to shift back some of that advantage to your side of the ball.
The Chiefs offense and Rashee Rice set to take over once more. They've got the lead, and they'll set forth trying to build on it. They're going to do that with excellent field position. The drive begins with a run by Pacheco. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, if that. But there is a flag on the field, and that is in the area where usually someone was held. That's on the tackle, Jawan Taylor. Now, Mahomes. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete. He was trying to get it to Xavier Worthy there, and it'll be second down.
It's been a bit of a pedestrian game for this quarterback and ultimately this passing game here today, Mike, and I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off in their execution and leads to an incompletion.
To the outside, catch made by Worthy. That will make third down a little more manageable. Good yardage gained on that one.
This may look like a simple connection, Mike, just pitch and catch, but I can promise you the amount of time these 2 guys have spent together on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, just getting on the same page, seeing the game through the same set of eyes, it makes what's pretty difficult seem a lot easier.
On third down, Mahomes. And that is incomplete.
A little miscommunication there. Now brings up third down. It just doesn't appear that the quarterback and the wide receiver were on the same page on that last pass.
On fourth down, Super Bowl champ Harrison Butker now for the Chiefs. This will be an even 40-yard attempt. Butker's kick is good. And the Chiefs going to extend their lead. It's now 24-14.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
After the made field goal, Butker back on the field to send this one away. Now return coming from the 7. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The Lions offense about ready to take over once more. The deficit is 10, 24-14. The work to do as they come up for first and 10. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4.
A gain of 4. It's now second and 6.
From the 35, here's second down and 6. From the gun, it's gone. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. A gain there of 11. First down, Detroit.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
Play clock has expired. They're not going to get this one off on time. Throwing here is gone. And he can't hang on. contact, incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down.
And this is really just more of the same that we saw in the first half. They have made it a huge struggle in the passing game. I mean, just no easy completions, no open space. Every single ball has been contested, and they've done a great job all day.
And they're going to work this down inside the 45. They get 18 on that one. Good for a Lions first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
First down, and they stick with Gibbs. He'll work forward for a couple. George Karlaftis there to make the play. Now a stoppage, we have an injured Lion. The training staff going to look, and will step out for a moment. Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 8. Goff gives it to Gibbs. He's got space inside the 25. And he's going to be taken down. They gain 18 yards on that one. First down, Detroit.
Well, here he is just taking over this drive from the running back spot. Frankly, Mike, any time the secondary and defensive backs are making a lot of tackles downfield, you know the offensive line's doing their job up front, and we can see the results.
On the ground, this is Gibbs. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5.
And as of right now, they find themselves trailing at the moment, but it's certainly not because of the ground game. I mean, he's averaging over 4 yards per carry. Just hasn't been enough to overcome some of their shortcomings elsewhere.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. They'll go play action with Goff. Catch is made by Wright. This drive's going to continue. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 1st and goal for his team.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game. And you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
Here's a run. To the pylon, he's in. Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Lions. That's his 2nd touchdown tonight. Greg, sometimes we say it too often. That was an important drive. That one really felt important for them to edge a little bit closer.
Yeah, now the question is, Mike, yeah, the offense does their job, but can the defense get a stop? They've got to continue to get the ball back to their offense. Let them build on that previous drive because they've still got some work to do.
Here's Bates for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Lions cut the lead to 3, 24-21. Now after the play, looks like we have an injury for one of the Chiefs. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. Here's Smith to return it. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
First down throw, Mahomes. Has caught down the field. It's worthy. And he will be taken down. A big pickup on what will be the final play of this third quarter. Pacheco, he gets the fourth quarter going. Down the sideline, inside the 25. Guarani brings it to the red zone, taken down inside the 20-yard line. 22 yards, the pickup there. Good for a Chiefs first down.
First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
And this is the point of the game, Mike, where you really can start leaning on your run game and try to close this game out. You've got the lead, you're in the fourth quarter, and they're able to pop off a big run.
Here's Patrick. He'll throw it on first down. This one's broken up. And it's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up second down.
Second and 10.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
This one to be sniffed out, blown up in the backfield.
The best defenders can just sense when a screen is coming. They can tell the body language of the offensive lineman's pass set. They can tell on the drop of the quarterback. It just doesn't look right. It's exactly the case here. Great job getting to the back and taking him down for a loss.
Third and long for Mahomes. Taking off, he'll try to get there. And he will easily pick up the first down. They've got first and goal coming up.
Here you are at the end of the game. You need a stop. You find yourself trailing. You have everybody covered, and the quarterback gets loose. Those are the plays that just kill a defensive coordinator. You're about to force a punt, about to get the ball back to your offense. Give credit to the quarterback. He made a play when they needed it.
Pacheco is into the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the fourth quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a two-score advantage.
Yeah, I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a two-score lead this late in the fourth quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
Butker now for the point after. He's got it. And the Chiefs will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. This one taken at the 7. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Jahmyr Gibbs and the Detroit offense set to take over again. And it's hard to believe you can run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, the stats. It has all been on display throughout. On first and 10, here's Goff. Looking for his tight end there, but let him too far. It's an incompletion.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
From the gun, here's Gibbs. He'll power it, push the pile forward. It's a gain of 2.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line. It's a gain of 2 yards, and it's third down.
We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. Goff to throw. He's going to look for the home run ball. That is brought in, and he will take this one in. 71 yards. Touchdown, Detroit. His big night continues. His 3rd touchdown of the game. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
Bates now for the extra point. The kick is good. Important extra point. The difference is just 3. A field goal here in the fourth quarter. So they've cut into the lead. Now just a field goal behind as they kick it off. Here's Smith to return it. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. Patrick Mahomes going to lead the KC offense back out for this next drive. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read, seemingly every time. Up the sideline, past midfield. And he's out of bounds inside the 45-yard line. A pickup there of 28 yards.
First down.
Well, that's how you get a drive started. A big play here in the run game. And you have to imagine this is something we're going to continue to see. Success early in the drive typically results in success later in the drive.
They'll stay on the ground and stay with Pacheco. A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's second down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 40-yard line.
Throwing now, Mahomes. They'll set up the screen to Pacheco. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. Give him 13 on that screenplay. And a first down.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the fourth quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative. Just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out. Big-time completion right there, and this isn't just a spot where they're trying to run the game out here in the fourth quarter. They were not only trying to pick up points, but they're trying to get in the end zone and extend this lead. So, really nice job here late.
And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Travis Kelce, touchdown Chiefs. He's got another one. His second touchdown of the evening. That is yet another touchdown pass. What a game he is having, throwing his 4th touchdown score of the game.
It's one thing, Mike, to throw 4 touchdowns, but it's really the ease in which he's carved this defense up that has stood out the most. The defense has had no answers for this passing game, and he has just completely had his way with this group.
Butker now to add the PAT. The kick is good, and the Chiefs are able to extend the lead. So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. They're trying to pin him deep. They'll take this from the 3. They'll get across the 20, mark him down the 23-yard line. The Lions offense ready to see what they can do. They'll do so with 1st and 10. So they start this on the ground with Montgomery. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back. and they hold him to no gain.
2nd and 10. To throw is Goff. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose, and it's going to force 3rd down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it, but I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
He's got his man complete. That's too small. First time they've looked his way all game long. He comes through with the grab and a 1st down.
A gain of 12. And the Lions 1st down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
Brought down by Nick Bolton. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 38-yard line.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd down and 7. Throwing, Goff. That's caught by Gibbs. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7.
Things certainly look a little improbable right now, Mike, but I wouldn't say impossible. I think they've got to capitalize on this possession to pick up some points. Every single possession right now is priceless. Points, possessions, and then they got to get some defensive stops.
Goff's going to throw here on 1st and 10. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up 2nd down.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at, and that defender's bearing down. You really get a good idea of what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling.
Throwing on 2nd down. Goff will get about 6 before he's taken down.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
3rd down, 3 to go. They send the tight end in motion. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. Open man is the tight end right. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. A gain there of 23 yards. Good for a Lions 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Okay, so now you pick up that 1st down, Mike, but now there needs to be a sense of urgency. You know you need to score twice. So this one, ideally for the offense, results in a touchdown. But either way, this first score of the 2 needed needs to be fast, because you need every possession you can here late in the 4th quarter.
And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
From the 20, here's 2nd and 6. Goff with the give to Montgomery. And he'll bring this inside the 15. That's good enough for the 1st down.
And the Lions 1st down. A gain of 7.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen, and not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2, but it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor, and when you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground, man, it makes such a big difference for the offense. I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for. And I think this is a nice physical game here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds. And that's another brutal drop for an offense that has struggled to catch the ball up to this point. And yes, you can nitpick about ball placement and whatnot, but listen, the reality is at this level, if it hits your hands, you have to find a way to come down with it.
From the gun, on third down, it's gone. Oh, man, wide open. He's got it. Amon-Ra, safe ground. Touchdown, Detroit.
So when you find yourself this tight to the goal line, Mike, the offense becomes a lot more restricted in as far as how deep you can throw the ball. The field is wider than it is long, and I think the idea here is let's spread them out. Let's put all of our eligibles out there and let the quarterback get a really good picture. Where are the holes in the coverage? Where are the one-on-one matchups that I like? And let's put this ball in the quarterback's hand. Let him make a good decision, and in this case, it results in a touchdown.
The kick is good. Important extra point. The difference is just 3, a field goal here in the fourth quarter. So they've cut into the lead. Now just a field goal behind as they kick it off. Remigio now on the return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Patrick Mahomes going to lead the KC offense back out for this next drive. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34, here's 2nd and 4. Now Mahomes gives it to Pacheco. And not much there. Good defense, held to no gain. The Lions called their first timeout. Talk things over before third down.
And 3.
Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. That is caught. He gets the hook up with Price. Now Detroit's going to use their second timeout. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Gun, here's Mahomes. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. And 3rd and final timeout taken by the defense, so the 2-minute warning, the only clock stoppage they have left. From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 5. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. And this is too far out in front. That one's incomplete.
They're trying to take the top off the defense, make them feel that vertical threat, and soften everything up. Wasn't a ton of separation downfield, at least not what they would have preferred, and ends it up being a wasted down.
Backfield empties. 5 receivers in the formation for 3rd down and 5. He'll try and get there on the ground. And he will have the Chiefs first down, able to get 8 on 3rd and 5.
Gain of 9 yards. That's good for a Kansas City Chiefs. First down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard
So
line.
2 minutes left to play in the second half. We'll come back and finish this one off. After this, from the 39, here's a 1st and 10. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. Second and 11. They put Kelsey in motion. They'll drop to throw. Off-balance throw. It's complete. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
That quarterback called that play in the huddle. That ball was only going to one guy. He was the first read, the second read, and the check down. And it was called to perfection. They got the perfect look and led to a nice gain.
Converted twice on 3rd down already on this drive. Now can they do it for a 3rd time? So this one in the win column for the Chiefs. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. And in the end, a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. That is the difference in this one. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. The Chiefs victorious as we say so long from Arrowhead.